Peter Headen joining you this morning on the Great South Coast today. We're going to be talking Southwest Community Foundation. First up, Edith Farrell and Carly Jordan joins us. Good morning, Edith.
Good morning.
How are you, Carly?
Good, thanks, Peter. How are you?
Good. Now, firstly, Edith, you've been on the Southwest Community Foundation for a little while. Tell us a little bit about the foundation.
No worries. So, yes, I've been on there for about 3 years and joined it because at the time I was the Director of Community Services at Glenelg Council, and really thought that the work of the foundation aligned really well with my role. So founded by Josie Black in 2007, so it's been going for quite some time now, and really the whole intent or vision of Josie was to try and give back to the community and strengthen local communities through local giving. So we have a grant program, obviously, that does that, and it's across the whole of the southwest area, taking in from Glenelg in the west right through to Colac.
So you've been in existence for over 10, 15 years now. Yeah. Have you reached the goals that you first aimed to achieve?
So last year we actually reached the milestone of giving over $1 million through the foundation. So that's a really significant milestone. And we have a number of sub-funds, so Koroit sub-fund, Colac sub-fund, and there's a couple more about to come on board. So they're, targeting then very specific communities. But, of course, we are always oversubscribed. So last year, as an example, we had, I think, about 57 applications for grants, and we gave out 20. So there's only so much money we can give out. We obviously have a corpus that we need to maintain. So our whole focus in order to be able to continue to give out grants is to grow that corpus.
Edith Farrell from the Southwest Community Foundation. Now, Edith, you mentioned Colac, you mentioned Hamilton. How wide does your net spread?
So Colac, obviously, Warrnambool, Port Fairy region, Glenelg, so all the southwest local government areas. So Southern Gramps, Glenelg, Warrnambool, Moyne, Corangamite.
Excellent. That was Carly Jordan in the background. Carly, welcome to you.
Thank you, Peter.
Your association with Southwest Community Foundation is relatively new. Why did you get involved?
The reason I got involved is I was involved in a project that I initiated, the Hamilton Language Cafe, in 2018. And to start that project, we received funding through the Southwest Community Foundation. And it was amazing to be able to get that project off the ground, and that certainly wouldn't have been able to happen if it was not for the Southwest Community Foundation.
What is the Hamilton Language?
The Hamilton Language Cafe is a cafe open to
anyone.
Sounds
like coffee.
Coffee is certainly involved. There's sweets involved as well for the sweet tooth. But it's open to anyone in the community to come along and practice English conversation. So Hamilton being a reasonably small town, we had an average of 20 people there each week. It was each month, sorry. It was a month. Each month it was run at different businesses and up to 10. I was 12 in the end, 12 different nationalities. So fantastic to see. But with that grant, being able to start the Language Cafe, we then were able to attract federal government funding, which was able to grow that into bigger and better things. So the Southwest Community Foundation is certainly looking for community grants or ideas that people would have in the community to start different projects, and that was a great example.
Yeah, you hear grants being given to footy clubs, sporting clubs, the traditional ones. I guess the Language Cafe in Hamilton's a little bit different. Does the foundation look for those types of organisations to support?
Yeah, so it's got a really, I would say, a really wide net in terms of the areas of focus. I think there's over 11 different areas that we fund in terms of themes. So, environment, young people,
arts and culture.
So it's pretty well anything goes. And there's been some really diverse, interesting projects that have been funded and activities that we wouldn't have in our community if it wasn't for the foundation. So the cycling with that age in Port Fairy. So, you see older adults being able to get around on bikes, kind of scooted around by other people. That was funded through us. the F project is, I guess, an iconic example of something that's been funded through Southwest Community Foundation, and also we link with other activities such as the Southwest Leadership Foundation. So we've supported people to do that leadership program as well.
Terrific. Carly, I guess in your experience, and people listening now would be thinking, I might try and get a grant. I might be able to... What was the process for you, and how much did you receive from the foundation to kick off your Hamilton Cafe?
We received $2,000. The grants are up to $5,000. It's a really quite a simple process. I'd encourage anyone to jump onto our website and have a look. You can apply online, so it's an online process. Online written application, and then we expect successful applicants to be informed around May. So certainly encourage anyone who has any ideas or wanting to get their community grants groups off the ground, as well as existing programs. I think at the moment, coming out of the pandemic, it's sort of, you're seeing community groups getting more involved and running different things. So it's a great opportunity at the moment is to be able to support those ideas.
Great opportunity. When does what time frame do I have to get my grant in by?
Exactly 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
So March 31st is when the grants close. So certainly enough time to get in an application.
And will I be interviewed by your judging panel, or what's the process there?
No, it's just a written application, as Carly said. There's certainly support from our executive officer if anyone needs a hand or is unsure how to fill out the form, but it's really just a very simple, straightforward form. And obviously at the end of it, it's really just about paying it forward. So we ask groups to, acknowledge the foundation, promote the good work and the good outcomes from their grants through, when they've actually been funded.
All right, Southwest Community Foundation, what a great organisation. I saw it from existence. I was actually in the meeting with Josie Black with Felicity Melican when they started to try and get the foundation up and running. I've known Barry Baker right through the process, and so you've got some terrific people on your board now as well. Yes,
and we've just had a refresh of the board, so we've got, as Carly, a good example of some new, fresh ideas and people coming onto the board, and we're just
living proof of that it works.
Has been on both sides of it. So, and we're just about to launch into our a strategic plan to make sure that we're still living by the intent of what Josie had as her vision for the foundation when it was first established.
Excellent. All right, so if you have a community group and you're looking for funds, the Southwest Community Foundation, get on the website, application forms there, and hopefully be able to get a grant. Also important for donations. You're still looking for, if there's any philanthropic people out there.
Always looking for donations. So obviously without us being able to grow our corpus and get funds from local businesses and individuals who can afford to support us, the only way we can continue to grant is continue to have people support us in the local communities.
All right, well done. Congratulations on the work you're doing, a really worthwhile organisation throughout the Great South West. Edith Farrell, Carly Jordan, thanks for coming in this morning and good luck with the foundation.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks for having us.